Hello everybody, Ghostplay1062 here with another rolling stock review. Today, we will be looking at the second set of the new Sudexpress K+S Wascosa type Tanpps potash hoppers that have recently been released. I recently reviewed the first set and they were amazing. So let's move on to the unboxing for the second set. Alright, taking a look at the box, we have the car classification, the Tanpps at the top of the box, with the K+S and Wascosa logos more towards the center, above a line drawing of the three cars that come in this box. And in the bottom left here, we have the Sudexpress logo. Then on the right, bottom, and left sides, we have line drawings of the cars as well as the Sudexpress logo, with the left and right sides also having additional information, including an age restriction warning and contact information for Sudexpress. There is nothing on the back of the box, however on the top we do have a little bit of extra information, including the product ID, which is S659002. We have the product barcode, and then here we have a picture of the three cars, including their individual road numbers. And now, opening up the box, included inside we have this exploded diagram of the cars with instruction on how to mount the separately fitted brake lines and coupling hooks for additional detail, which I will not be doing due to them actually interfering with the type of couplers that I intend to use. And then underneath this protective sheet of foam, we have our three clamp shells that hold our three hopper cars. And each one also comes included with a little baggie of spare detail parts. Starting with the first one. This is car number 1. And the couplers do not come mounted on these cars. Instead, they are in that bag of detail parts, meaning it's one less thing I will have to worry about during the rip track segment of the video. Car number 2. And car number 3. And with that, we have all three cars taken out of the package. And we can now move on to the detail overview section of the video. Alright, time to take a closer look at the three hopper cars. Starting with this one here. At the head end here, we see right underneath the buffers we have these yellow separately fitted grab irons. with our buffers being solid in place. And then on the left side here, this buffer actually has a step underneath it with a grab iron, allowing yourself to get up onto the buffer beam. And we also see the brake line detailing here as well. And then above that, we see the mechanism that would be used for opening the roof hatch, which on these cars is movable. Moving on to the side here, on the truck we have some basic suspension and brake detailing, with right above the truck being a hook for cranes in case the car derails. We also have these control levers here, which are used for controlling the roof hatch, if I am not mistaken. And then printed on the side here, we have our capacity information, followed by our road name and number. The road number being 33850659 375-9 of the car type Tanpps. We also have our control levers for opening the bottom hatches along the side here, as well as these wheels, which seem to be for turning the hatches to match whatever side you need to unload from, as well as more capacity information and warning labels printed on the side of the frame here. We also have this brake line, this airline detailing here going along the side, as well as printed on the side of the car we have the K+S logo as well as the Wascosa logo. And we also have printed on the side a warning not to move the car with the roof being open. And then moving towards the end here, we have steps for going up to this walkway area with separately fitted plastic handrails. And now looking at the other end of the car, we have the steps on either side again, and again we have the grab irons underneath the buffers. The walkway here is silver painted etched plastic, giving it a more realistic look. And then we have this ladder going up to the roof of the car, as well as the same mechanisms again, and our brake wheel, which is separately fitted plastic. And then much of the same detailing along the side again. Then looking at the roof, we have this piping detail that we saw on the side, but we can also slide the roof hatch open, which reveals the potash load inside of the car, which is nicely detailed. And looking at the side of the hatch here, we also can see some riveting detailing. And now, looking at the underside of the car, on either end by the trucks, we have our NEM shafts. And we can also see on the underside the pipes connecting the turning wheels, as well as we see our rotating hatches. And this would allow for unloading on either side of the car, depending on the need. And these are painted a nice silver color. Now, looking at the next car, we see pretty much all of the same detailing. The potash load inside. Underside detailing is pretty much the same. The only real difference with this is the road number. This being 33850659-283-5. And then finally the last one. But this one, one of these wheels actually broke off during transit. So that is something I will need to fix, but I will do that off camera. But looking at the rest of the detailing, it's again all the same with the internal detailing, underside, and this one is road number 33850659-351-0. And next, what I will do is off camera I will reattach that brake, not the brake wheel, the wheel for turning the chutes. And then we will move on to the rip track segment of the video. Time to move on to the rip track segment. To start off with, we are going to verify the wheel gauge of all three cars with the NMRA standards gauge. Starting with car 375-9, rear truck axle 1 is good, and axle 2 is good, front truck axle 1 is good, and axle 2 is good. And at this point I will also be mounting the couplers. And I am currently using Eve model number 19s. I've had these recommended to me as a substitute for KD couplers. So I want to see if they are any good. I already mounted some of these on the first set of these cars. Alright, onto car 283-5. Front truck axle 1 is good. Axle 2 is good. Rear truck axle 1 is good. Axle 2 is good. And so far, in regards to these couplers, I have not been disappointed. Price-wise, a 12-pack of these couplers will run the same price as a 4-pack of KD couplers. And onto the last car, this being 351-0, rear truck axle 1 is good. Axle 2 is good. Front truck axle 1 is good. And axle 2 is good. So all the axles are engaged properly. And we have our couplers put in. So now all that's left is to verify the coupler height. Continuing on with 351-0. The coupler trip pin on this car is a little low, so I'll adjust that. And this should bring our coupler to proper height. Now for the rear coupler of the same car, we are good. Now on to car 283-5. We are just barely good. I'll probably adjust the trip pin a little bit. And now for the front coupler on this car. And here the trip pin is sitting low and catching on the height gauge. There we go. And now we are good. And now on to the last car. Car 375-9. Starting with the front coupler, and again, the trip pin is catching on the height gauge. As for the rear coupler, it is sitting good, if just a slight touch high. So let's fix the height on the front. There we go. And with that, we are good. And now, all three cars are ready to move on to the track for a test run. Alright everybody, this concludes my review of the second set of the Sudexpress K+S Tanpps type hoppers in the K+S Wascosa scheme. Just like the first set, they run beautifully. Coupler height was better on this set than on the first one. The only thing that I have to say in negative against these cars is the fact that one of them had a broken off wheel, which I had to reattach. But aside from that, beautifully detailed, very smooth runners, and all in all, a great addition. And again, no issues with overspray on the paint or anything like that either. So all in all, something I can highly recommend. That being said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like or a comment, and subscribe for more model railroad content. Have a great day, everybody!